Right, we're back to the scene of the crime where I had to give this job up about a week ago. Started doing it, started to try and get these remaining couple hundred tiles on the roof, but my back wasn't great, so we decided to err on the side of caution and give it up as a bad job really. So we've had a week off pretty much. I've rested, not fully. I've done a bit of trimming, a bit of tidying up, a few other little jobs, but nothing that's caused me too much problems. So we're going to get these on today, a couple of hundred, get as far as we can go. Then I'm going to put a bit of plastic along the ridge, all along the ridge, just to give that a bit of extra protection, because it's going to be a couple of weeks before we get round to doing the ridge tiles, because we've got quite a bit on, outside of the restoration really this next couple of weeks. So that's what we're going to do today. So we'll get these on and yeah, see where we get to. Right, what we're going to do this afternoon, we're going to start building up this gable end with stone on the outside. It's going to be a long old job doing it all, but we're going to make a start somewhere, so we'll start here. We've got plenty of stone that came off, laid on this back bank, and some on the garden at the back, and some everywhere really, so we've got plenty to go at. But first I need to find a piece that's relatively squared off, nice 90-degree, to start this corner off really, and then work my way up. Yeah, I think what we'll probably do is build a course up right on the outside and then backfill with mortar, and then we'll put the course on the inside, you know, later down the line. Going to take advantage of the dry weather today. It's a bit overcast, but it's supposed to stay dry, so we'll have a few hours, see where we get to, but first we need to find a piece for here. You think, boy? Hey? Come here. Come on. Come here. Come here. Hello. Yeah, you want tea? Can't have tea. Not finished yet. Right, let's go look at this bench.
Yeah.
I'll sort it. Have a look, see what that's like.
Aye.
I've had it 2 weeks.
We have.
Right.
Come on then.
Come on then. Right. Well, if you can just try and just lift that end up a little bit, okay? Do it, you don't have to.
Yeah.
Okay. Lift it up and come to me a bit. That's it, okay. Come out. Have a go. Somewhere there. So we recently taken delivery of this lovely old carpenter's bench. We bought it from the auction in the Algarve. Yeah, I've been wanting one for a while, but they're just too expensive when you see them kind of in a retail situation. You know, they're quite expensive because they're quite rare. And to find one that's as original as this, there's one or two little pieces of you know, supporting, bracing pieces they put in very crudely. So we'll rectify those. We'll find some appropriate wood and make some nice pieces without interfering too much with how it is, because you know, we want to leave it largely as it is. You know, it's beautifully put together. You know, each leg has two tenon and mortise joints where you can see the joints on the top of the piece. Lovely wear and tear patina from all the use. Probably 100 plus years old. So we're going to use it in the house, have it as a bit of a sideboard. You know, certainly won't be used for what it was used for. I think it's done its work. So we'll put it out to pasture, so to speak, and give it a bit of love and care, and hopefully it'll still be around in another 100 or so years. So we just thought we'd show you. Yeah, that's about it really. got up to the purling done. Gonna call it a night 'cause it's on and off rain. I'm just in and out all the time. It's going to be dark soon as well, given it's cloudy. So we've got, like I say, up to the purling. We've cut this off. I've got a little bit more to take out. I had to go into it at angles from each side. So we've just got a little bit out in the middle to take off, but that's no drama. So we can come out another day and go right up to the ridge. Yeah, it's gone well, it's looking nice. I don't really think you can tell much difference between the main wall and what I'm redoing, so that's the idea really. So yeah, we'll call it a day and we'll come back on a drier day and get it finished. Hopefully by next week we'll have all this gable done and yeah, it'll look a little bit different.